Whoa.
This is UPS. Drop a package off my shop.
Even on his vacation.
Hey guys, if you guys follow KC, you guys have seen all this stuff. What is really cool about this video is just shows how down to earth and cool this guy is. He's so chill, so nice. Here's our little adventure, just hanging out with KC at his shop. Enjoy.
Is it now?
Yes.
Working hard. Dirty enough here. Dirty, man.
Come on Sunday.
I'm Natalie, by the way.
Natalie Casey.
It's nice to meet you.
Super dirty.
I was waiting till you're done, man. How you doing?
How was it good for you yesterday?
It was good, man.
Did you sold out all your stuff though?
I did.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 shirts left. I actually have a goodie bag for you.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea if the shirt's your size or not, but
Sure will wear it.
I was like, hey, I didn't know I'd meet KC. What's your name, man?
Luke.
What's up, buddy? Craig, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. What do you want to talk about?
Whatever you want to talk about.
I'm here to promote you, man.
What do you want to know about?
Most of my stuff's Ford, so we'll talk about everything. But let's emphasize on the Ford stuff.
Just throw a little extra in the Ford stuff.
Yeah, well,
That's cool. What are you working on right now? First off, love this. I'm so glad that you had it and really haven't touched it. You changed the wheels, I think, didn't you, like a while ago?
Got repainted the wheels. I just lowered it a little bit. Coyote swap with a BMP supercharger. Interior stock. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty close to original.
Yeah.
The inside's pretty much original, minus the gauges. Just because the original gauges didn't really jive with the Coyote motor exactly. Some of them worked, some of them wouldn't, so I just didn't even want to mess with it.
did you find those from somewhere else, or did you just pull them out of the
Yeah,
Mustang?
it's just they're a newer model kit.
Yeah.
I want to get some Dakota Digitals made of it. But
Yeah.
just
That'd be
can't
cool.
Get them done.
Yeah, that's cool.
And my goal with this is try to make it look as natural as
Problem
possible.
child.
Oh, it is. So just what? Let me see. What was it? 2 weeks ago now, I guess. The motor's in it, it's running fine. So it's the old motor that was out of my green truck.
Right.
And I broke it at Crescent, we're at the road race track, and I snapped the snout off the crank. So I just had a Billy Badass motor built for the green truck, and I had this motor sitting on the shelf, had the new crank put in it, put heads on it, and then put the BMP, that's the Odin kit, on it, and L&M cams. And then pulled it out on the street about 2 weeks ago, and went to smash on it, and one of the secondary chain tensioners locked up, I guess, and it broke the chain between the 2 cams on the driver's side.
I've seen people have issues with this.
Man, this truck it wants to be on the road, but it doesn't like the way I drive it, or it doesn't like me, or whatever. So I yanked the motor out. 7 days later, put it back in.
Morning video you made a long time ago with the first, the way you made your truck the first time. You run that hard.
Oh.
I know you don't do exactly that all the time, but
It's pretty close.
God, yeah.
It's pretty close.
But hey, it's a Ford. I mean, of course it's supposed to cause you problems, right?
It feels like it. That's why I got the problem child name. But
That's
it's
awesome.
all back together. When we drove it to the F100 Roundup yesterday was the first time I've driven it since we put the motor back in. And now it's got comp thumper cams in it, so it sounds a little better.
Did you do the whole the time the cam variant thing? Did you cancel that out?
No, I kept my phasers.
Phasers. That's
Yeah,
it.
when they do the phaser limiters, yeah, I kept them.
In my mind, I'm like, why have a Coyote? I get it for some applications, but it's like keep the cam phasers.
It's better for drivability. Yeah,
You
if
get
you're-
the low end and the top end. But
Yeah. If you're drag racing it, it's great because
Yeah,
you can just
sure,
lock them out, set your timing how you want it, and all that. But if you're gonna drive it every day, it's kind of
It's amazing
You
how
don't get the
BMP. I mean, there's other blowers, all types, but I've noticed they make them look. I'm just gonna say, kind of like the Dodge ones. You know how the Dodge engines are really the
tops are
blowers
wide.
are really wide, but yet first, second gen Coyotes and Mustangs, like the GTs and so on that come with the, I guess technically Shelby's, but They come with the blower. They're like the more traditional
Yeah.
shape, you know.
So everybody's kind of getting away from that now.
So are these better? Is that what-
Yes, a lot. They're way more efficient.
There's more
So
air in there,
before
more
this is the
flow.
intercooler that's up here now.
Yeah.
So the intercooler was down below, and then your rotor pack was up top. So you're
See.
forcing hot air over your rotor pack. Now
That's-
you're pulling cool air over your rotor pack.
That's why. Okay.
This is only a 2650, and they're
See.
making more power than the 2900s.
I've always wanted a blower, but I know nothing about them, obviously.
As long as you don't push them to the limits like I do, they usually hold up pretty good. When you try to break it every
You know,
time you
man,
get in it.
here's my thing is, I mean, I feel like engines are supposed to hold up to anything. Well, that's just my way of thinking.
My tuner doesn't like me. I like to bounce him off the rev limiter and pull him to red line every time I get in. So he always yells at me, and I yell at him. But I'm the one that ultimately pays the price whenever I got to put a new motor in something.
Right.
Whatever.
That's awesome.
But this is a great little kit. Oh yeah. I got a Whipple on the green truck, and this one's got the BMP. This one's nice.
Is
totally
Whipple
different.
go into this type of setup with the intercooler
They are.
on top?
Yep, they got a new 3-liter. I haven't had any experience with it, but they're making some really big power with it also.
Looks good, man. As per usual with your stuff.
There's so much crap going on when you do all these coyote swaps on. They're fun. And then,
Coyote swap the world, or they're a little difficult?
no, I wanted to. Well, I'll show you this room from here. So,
Okay.
we'll pass up all the Chevys and get back up to the board. So this is not my dad's truck.
Right.
I'm turning this into my dad's truck.
Like what you grew up with, kind of thing? Or?
Well, it's a 67. His was a 67 long bed, and I drove in high school for a little while, and I was actually driving it when I met my wife. So we took it to prom and
Aw.
homecoming and all that stuff, and then I finished my green truck. It used to be white, it was a
Yeah.
white long bed, and then we turned it into a green truck. Well, he was in town, and a lady pulled out of the store right in front of him and T-boned her. So the truck's been down since 08, 07, 08, I think it was. So it's been down for a little while. And I want to put it on this chassis. The chassis is trashed, it folded it up a little bit, but the cab and the bed are still good. The front end was no good, so I'm going to put it on this chassis. And this is a 76 high point chassis. They're 2 inches longer in the middle, so I
Yeah.
can cut the frame down and shorten it 2 inches so everything can bolt up, and that's what this cab was for, is just for measurements. But I want to take it to seamanship and drive it there and drive it back.
I was supposed to go see I had a vacation and everything last year, in 2020. And this year I couldn't get a vacation for it. So I was
The
like,
one year you get off, you can't go.
what the heck, you know?
Just take off. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, I'll pause this point, but
I wanted to put the new Godzilla motor in this, but there's no support yet for a standalone pack, and I didn't want to be the guinea pig trying to figure something out right before seeing it. So
True.
I'm just going to put a Coyote in it with a 6R80 and transfer case.
man, people are loving suspension more than body, so it's like, just set it in there.
Right.
And people just like, look at it. You don't have to have it figured out yet, you know?
I got to drive it.
Okay, you've got to. Huh?
I'm that guy.
You're not a trailer queen guy.
Not at all. I finished my green truck, and we sat in the parking lot for like 6 hours the morning of in
Yeah.
Vegas, and I think it was like a TJ Maxx or whatever, getting to where I could drive it in because I refused.
Yeah.
Like, I completely think that, to me personally, SEMA, you fail if you don't drive your car right.
Right.
I think if you push it, it doesn't run. Yeah, I don't know. I just, you're there showing off a car that's supposed to run and how talented you are.
It's
and
true.
You push it in, it bothers me. I get
It's true. But,
unforeseen circumstances, but I've seen cars with the glass painted on the inside so you didn't see that there was no interior, no dash in it. Like, hell, I can bring a car that's just painted,
Right.
nothing in it. Like, I just don't feel like that's a win. You know, I feel like it's
Someday-
a challenge. You should accept it.
Someday they're just going to
Yeah.
pull it out of a field onto a trailer and then they drop it off in SEMA and be like,
Yeah.
look what we're going to do. Like, all right, cool, I guess. That's true. I mean, you're right.
Drivable, but it's
A
pretty.
few years ago, I had a 49 F1 and a 53 Chevy that we built. We took them, we drove them to Vegas from here and drove them back, and it was fantastic. I'd like to do that trip again this one, but we'll see.
Cool.
It's getting there, but slowly but
I'll
surely.
make it to SEMA, I'll holler at you.
And this is Keenan's truck. He works for me, so it's 2000, I think 2001. I think it's 2000 or 2001 F-150.
Short in the bed? Or what's going on there?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it was like 10 years ago, we painted this truck, this Lamborghini blue, and it had a '08 Expedition front clip on it. So now he's changing it to like the 2011 or 12 Expedition front clip on it. Same fenders, but the grill and bumper's different. And then he wanted it, instead of like an extended cab 6.5 foot bed, he wanted a 5.5 foot bed, but we didn't want to do the fiberglass sides like the crew cabs had. So we cut this bed down, and he's been welding it all back together. We shortened the frame a foot and the bed a foot.
What are you doing right there? Just sort of moving the wheel out?
The arch is different. So the arch on the Expedition, it's more crisp, and on the truck it was real slopey.
Right.
So he took 2 front fenders, cut them up, and we spread them out, and then he's gonna cut the bed and weld those on so that the wheel caps match. He's got the '08.
It's those subtle differences that
That's what he's
people
trying to do.
see but don't notice. Does that make sense too?
He did the Expedition dash.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Console. He's gonna stretch. He's gotta cut the door panels and stretch the door panels on it.
That's cool.
This is his first truck, so he's never gonna get rid of it.
I always hear those stories about classics. They had it and then got rid of it. Their dream truck or their first truck or whatever. What's next on it? I mean, what are we doing in front?
So they didn't make like a coilover kit that he liked because he wanted the truck lower than
Yeah.
he wanted it lower because he's used to seeing all the shit we built. So then he starts building this truck and they have like a 4-inch drop or a 6-inch drop. I'd have laughed if you fell
Yeah.
off.
I would have been like,
I'd give him the footage off of the security cameras. Cut 2.
Oh,
I'd like to see a redo. You want to do that again?
Yeah. He did drop control arms
Yeah.
and spindles. And then he got a set of coilovers for it. So he made coilover buckets for the top. And it's sitting at ride height right now. So I told him you should market the kit 'cause I bet there's a,
I was gonna say, yeah.
but it's a lot of work. It's not a bolt-in kit, so you know, when it becomes not bolt-in, they don't sell very well because not everybody has the tools
Sure.
and abilities that some people do. So you limit it.
I've looked at doing some stuff for some of those twin I-beam guys that don't really need twin I-beam but want like improvement
Yeah.
of the twin I-beam, and it's like I realize it's weld on. Like nobody really is in it. They want bolt on.
That's the hardest thing with F100s is everything is weld on. To get them low, you have to
Yeah.
start cutting on.
Correctly. I mean, the reality is weld on is the correct way for but like if you could manufacture, engineer something that's bolt on and just as strong,
Yeah.
not
It's that cross member in the front that makes it so hard.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get a rack and pinion to work. It's not going to, but I'm gonna try.
Try, man. It'd be
Because
awesome.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see any videos on it. And on like twin I-beams, rack and pinion, it's all nothing. So at least it's gonna be a video of why.
Yeah.
You don't
This
put.
is. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
This is why you
This
don't.
is why
try.
we don't do it. Like I already know, the I-beam arms, there's different lengths, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Let's try. Let's just do it. You
These
know?
steering upgrade would be good for him, but
Yeah. I mean, if I had like, I'm not. Luckily, like I'm doing the bolt-on kind of principle for it, so I'm not gonna hack anything up. So when it find out it doesn't work, I'm just gonna get a high ratio gearbox
And
and
be
be
done.
happy.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So, but I do want to do the coilover setups with it, maybe brackets for top and bottom to fit into sock setup.
That'd be awesome.
Bolton again,
we talked about that on the Lightning
Oh,
too.
yeah.
My buddy Scott was gonna come over and we're gonna measure, try to make a coilover bucket that would bolt into that series because it started in 80 and ended in 96. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good range that you could do it, and it just business and life. My truck's lowered now, and I've lost interest in trying to do this. It's like, well, it's done. It's
Right,
done.
cool, yeah. The thing I want to get into, if I just find myself, I drive for UPS, so I work a lot. And if I just find myself out of UPS,
So you're like every other UPS driver, and you just drive around with your door half open and your AirPods in, and
my leg kicking out.
and you drive and you open up, got 2! Throw the door open and walk out, that's ours too. Got 2 for you, bud.
Yeah, all right.
They don't ask us to sign for anything anymore. Like,
I'll tell you right now, it's called the COVID signature.
oh yeah, they're like, Matthew, all right,
cool.
Run out the
We
door.
love it, yeah, because usually we're sitting here like,
Oh yeah.
okay, sign, we gotta get.
Who signs for this? Who signs
Who
for
signs
this?
for this spot? And then there's always that employee that's like, and
Yeah,
you're just like,
I mean-
please, somebody sign for this. It's like,
Yeah, I had a package messed up when it came. I remember who brought it because one of my guys told me afterwards, and I said, "Hey, we got a box that was empty, and it had 2 metal rails in it.
right.
And we got the box, no rails." And I was like, so I called the company. I was like, "Hey, we got an empty box. Would you inspect it before? I was like, inspect it? Like, they're gone before you even have a chance to get through the door.
You know, maybe some UPS guys are watching this, I'm wrong, but the way I understand it is, well, obviously, I can't answer why the things are missing.
So why was my stuff missing?
Right, yeah.
Who's taking the fall for this, man?
I guess me. No, is that so?
One
Just
thing.
contact the company, and the thing is, and it's like no matter if you inspect it there, it's not gonna help you out at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not. It's best to call the company because they can write it off or they can send it in. So I always tell people that. They're always like, "These are my packages." It's like, I'll be honest with you. You want to spend 3 months and not get your stuff,
Yeah,
or just
then
call your
let them do
company.
their insurance claim
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. Just let the the company you bought it from do all the insurance. I always tell
So
people
what'd they
that.
say?
Oh, thank you.
I get it, man. Just blame on somebody else. I get it. That's
Yeah.
what you do, man. I get it. See?
Did you end up
Did
getting
you end up
them?
getting it or what? Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me they're over by the door. Finally got them in.
Sent you some more, or
Yeah.
UPS guy came back and was like, "Who's in my truck?"
No, I wish.
Tagging on the
I didn't know
stuff.
they weren't in there forever because it's been like a month ago. Because the box is just sitting over there. I'm like, cool. It's a curtain that's going to go between our body shop and that paint booth right there to keep the dust out. And we weren't ready to put it up yet because we weren't finished with the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, this box sure seems light. Maybe it's the instructions. I don't know. Open it up. I'm like, quantity 2 5-foot rails. Nope.
Was there a hole?
No. The box wasn't messed up. It's like it came open
Oh,
and they're
okay.
like, oh,
I
let's
just
take that
assumed-
back up.
I see what you mean.
I think it like came open. They fell out in the truck and guys like,
There
I don't
was
know.
a-
Those are supposed to take all this shit.
You know, we try not to do that, but the loaders that load the trailers, like,
Oh, I've seen videos.
just kind of.
I know you've seen that
Do
video
that.
where it's like, what is it, Amazon, FedEx, and USPS and all that stuff, and the dude's kicking the door, ripping the door off the house, and like,
throwing the bush down, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the
Amazon's over there
Amazon's
sweeping.
over there, like sweeping, like closing the door, fixing the door. I've seen something like that. Yeah.
That's about how it feels. Is it, do you own the route, or is that
That's
FedEx?
FedEx. So they
Okay.
bought like in the 1990s. They bought RPS, and that's how they did it.
Okay.
A long time ago. And but we're like union and all that stuff, so they like to
So why
utilize.
are you going to see them? If you're union, they can't fire you, man. I mean, it takes a lot to get fired.
I'm probably gonna edit this out again, but
Do not edit this out.
But
Seema.
get both of us in. But the everyone says I can't get fired, but it's like
It's some steps. I think you get a really heavy slap on the hand, but they're not going to fire you, man.
Especially when you've been with them that long.
I called it
How you
Friday
doing?
before I came to Gainesville, and I called them up and I was like, I just knew I was gonna get a write up because they're
So you
so
called in
hurting.
sick from UPS the
Yes.
day before?
I feel better now.
So I just had to I had to go to the show to clear
I
my
was
head.
on it.
To figure out how to not get fired, and we all drove out to SEMA. Be a rad trip. Drive out there with us, follow us, shoot some videos. See, the goal is, because I'm building this off-road,
Yeah.
that I'm gonna do a little plug. I'm really hoping to get this in the KC highlights video,
Yeah.
or their booth, because play on words, KC and KC highlights booth,
Yep.
off-road lights. So I'm building a light bar for the front of this thing.
Yeah.
They have it's got a Ford part number, but it's got a spotlights like the top parts. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do them or not. But it comes with a template and it comes through the dash, and it's got a piece right here, and then it's got a fold over like spotlight that you can hold right here.
Yeah.
So I want to that's a dedication thing, right? So once they're in there forever. And I'm deciding if I want them or not. But I don't think I want a roof light bar. I'm gonna put something I'm gonna make something for the front, like a vintage looking.
Do something new. Yeah.
I really want it to be
Which is funny
very
because it's old.
70s.
Yeah. Old is
Too
new
far
now.
away.
See,
I can't.
It's very hard for her. She's supposed to shoot a video if you put your back to her, man.
I have nowhere else to go. So.
I can't go back any far.
I was like, hey, you want to go meet KC? Here's a camera.
do your job.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
If it make it, I want to go through because Casey's in Arizona, so we want to go into the desert, take some cool pictures.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then
that,
we came back on our trip. We went up through Utah and went into Moab, so I think that'd be a cool place to shoot some stuff with it too. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, that's my thought. So
Is this what you're wanting to mention pretty heavy on work on
I want to push
Facebook
it.
groups?
Yeah, I want to try to get it pushed a little bit, just to try to build some hype on it for seeing
Okay. Well,
And if we go, that's my goal is to go. We don't have to get a spot yet, but if we even get a chance, regardless, I'm gonna.
whoa.
I don't know what that was. Well, we got
This is UPS. You drop a package off my shop.
Even on his vacation.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the coffee cup.
Way to go. Break the gift.
Dude, you better check my package now.
I'm just gonna do
He
it.
doesn't want it now.
Here's your bit. I just asked you, do you wear buttonholes?
I do wear.
T-shirt guy, right?
I wear t-shirts when I work. My boy will wear that.
Yeah, there's that man.
You like
I
that?
don't know. Do you like?
all we had on
do you like beer
hand.
mugs?
It's broken.
Coffee mugs.
Hey, it made
With chips.
It made it, guys. Chicken Jack.
I drink a lot of coffee.
And then here's the shirt. Here's the shirt that I don't know if it's like your style or not. It's a little big. It's 100% cotton. It'll shrink.
It'll shrink.
Yeah. And you know what? I hope you don't wear masks anymore, but
I don't really wear them anymore. That's cool, man.
yeah, right.
I wear them where we have to.
The little thing with that. Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Great rap.
Yeah. Awesome. All yours, man.
I'll take this and I'll drop it again.
Yeah. UPS guy, you know, right?
So this is kind of like our fab shop area.
Right.
You know, central to the building, and then back here is the body shop. And
Body shop.
yeah, it's kind of cluttered up because we've been moving around and stuff. But got exhaust fans on the backside, so if we got a lot of dust going on, we evacuate essentially. That curtain that I was telling you about that you guys lost all my stuff on. Goes right here. And it plugs itself into the
It's
paint
all
jar.
my fault.
It's not my fault. And then every room has to have a stereo, so we got surround sound and sub in here. We got the same in there. The fab shop, you're doing so much grinding and hammering, you can't ever hear in there anyway. So we usually just wear, headphones or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then our paint
It's all that noise, the paint booth?
Oh, the mixing. Sorry, just makes too much noise. That's the mixing room. Mix all our paint, and then we better keep up a little faster.
Yeah, that was me.
Go! Stop! The paint booth. So.
Cool. You had one of these off in the far bay at your old place, right?
Yeah, this same booth. The other shop, since it was rented or leased, this is dropped down like 14 inches. It's got a pit that it sits in because it's a downdraft, so the air comes from the top and goes down. But it had a ramp at the other shop.
Wow.
So we lost the ramp, which is great because nothing we ever put in the booth runs. We don't push everything. So,
You're the painter, man. The painter that everyone knows. You gotta have the booth.
gotta have the booth. This one's fantastic. It's heated. I wish it was cool, but
Yeah.
it's real expensive.
Yeah, cool. I believe it. I gotta ask, what's your favorite type of paint? Like I know some people do acrylic and so on and so forth.
We use BASF Onyx line, which is base coat, clear coat.
Clear coat, basically.
Yeah.
Everybody loves your paint jobs, and people can spot them.
It's good.
One of your trucks, I think, was at Texoma.
Yeah.
Was that kind of tan gray?
Yeah, we painted that one.
Yeah.
The one right next to it, the owner of that tannish gray, it's Folkestone gray.
Right.
We did that one for him a few years ago, and then that 60 that was next to it was also the same owner. We just finished that for him, and then my truck and then my buddy's truck as well. So
That's cool. I straight up walked by you said you brought the Lightning?
yeah,
Straight up walked by and I didn't know yours. But I should have looked at the engine bay and I would have freaking known exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna bring the green truck. It was supposed to rain yesterday, and then
I'm so glad it didn't rain.
I was pissed. I should have just brought the damn truck. I was like, I just don't want to bring it up there and then drive it back at the ramp, spend all that time polishing it and cleaning the wheels again. And I was like, man, nah.
Yeah, I get it. You're a finisher and you gotta have everything nice.
Yeah, get up there and sit in the rain. And that was my biggest worry, is we're gonna go up there and then just sit in a water puddle essentially. And then it didn't. I was like, this was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be, and I didn't have my truck here. But
Yeah. I'm glad I ran into you, dude.
yeah, for sure.
I was like, I saw you and I was like, it's like, this is an opportunity I can't pass up. So I was like, Casey, because I know that you probably always have people just coming up to you. I'm sure it gets old.
It shows. Nah, I didn't get old. I enjoy it.
People are cordial and everything.
Yeah, well, I don't really have any. I've never had a weird interaction, I guess. Most people
Yet.
Yeah. Hopefully not. But everything that we've done has been pretty good. And most of the time, people just want to talk about cool trucks or cars. So
It's the community, dude.
That's what
I love the classic car truck community.
oh, for sure.
The government's trying to shut it down, dude.
I don't think they're going to be very successful this
No.
go around, but they're going.
People
they're not
on
gonna
all
stop.
sides of the railroad tracks love freaking.
Oh yeah. There's just too much of the industry and our economy is based off of it. They shut down we put a lot of people out of work. And it already scared off a lot of people, so
Yeah. Do you want me to keep that in? Or?
I don't care.
Okay, cool.
What are they gonna do? Shut me down?
I just figured.
You're not allowed to paint cars anymore. All right, we'll shut every other.
You live in
one.
Texas. It'll just.
your opinion.
What is it called? You
You're
guys can
entitled to
separate
it.
from like the union of the rest of the states.
Yeah.
There you go. You'll be good.
Yeah, we do whatever we want.
I love that. Cool.
Free speech, right?
Yes.
I not want to really care what anybody thinks about me, or I usually don't have filters. I try to do pretty good whenever we're filming, but most of the time,
I think what you're saying here is just neutral reality. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's America. That's what it is. Don't close it down. Don't shut down the. I got to meet the guy, Gail Holderman, that designed the Mustang. And
Really?
I interviewed him.
that's cool.
That was cool. And he's the same thing. I'm just like, you guys shut that down. You shut down like the legacy of these people. He designed it. So you're shutting down designers, shutting down builders, shutting down everything. What? Anyway, I could ramble all day.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right, I never thought I'd say it, but I want to go see those Chevys.
Well,
Yeah, let's do it.
all right. So there's a C10.
This is cool,
there's a
yeah.
C10 over there. We didn't paint this thing.
Yeah.
Customer brought it in for just a couple little knickknacks, and we ended up taking it off the chassis, powder coating the chassis, and full ride tech suspension. Like this dope ass 70s pinstripe or 90s pinstripe is all over the truck. It's super neat, but pinstripes are cool. I mean, the truck's very 90s. Yeah, we had a lot of
80s colors there, yeah.
billet on this thing when we got it. Not like cool billet, like strange billet everywhere. We had fuel system. The
Like
only
they
thing
didn't know why billet. They just thought billet.
Oh, like, let's do billet handles and billet insert glove boxes.
That's cool.
And stuff. We shaved the firewall on it.
Should I just?
Come on, you Chevy. Why is it not open?
Oh
Get it. So, first polished motor I ever put
Oh my
together.
gosh,
The guy
that's
likes shiny. So,
Hashtag billet, I guess.
yeah.
That's why he likes billet.
So we smoothed the firewall, changed it to manual brakes, put woods all the way around, painted the inner fenders.
So what else we got?
30. Well, this car's kind of cool. So this is a 32 Phantom built by Brookville Roadster
Oh wow.
that was designed by Chip Foose that is supposedly 1 of 10.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know all the history on
Right.
that, but
What do you do with it?
Brookville Roadster contacted us to paint this for the guy. They do everything but paint. You know, they can build cars for certain people or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know their exact deal with that, but he's kind of local to Texas. So when they asked, you know, he asked who's going to paint it, they referred him to us. We painted a car for Brookville Roadster years back and took it to SEMA for that, or they took it to SEMA. Really cool little roadster they did, but that's how this came about. So it's 32, you know, not a real, it's a real steel car, but not a real 32.
Yeah.
And it's got a Ford motor in it, got a little 347 stroker, got 5-speed manual transmission in it, and that's it.
That's cool.
Well, it's not bad.
Something I'll never own. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scares everybody. It's the auto bleeder.
Real quick, what is this?
So this is a 49 Lincoln.
Cool.
All we're doing on this car is the paint.
Yeah.
The customer, he's a retired guy. He used to work for Painless Wiring Harness, and he's doing the chassis, wiring it up, and everything else. All we're doing to do is paint it and give it back to him.
Sweet, man.
Yep. So let me tell you quick about all of them.
Whatever you want, man.
Really, 2 more. I get 3.
I don't want to take up your time, so do what you want.
This is a 63 Galaxy.
I was close. I said 64.
63 and a half, whatever they call
Right.
it. Galaxy convertible. It's on a Roadster Shop fast track chassis. It's got a Coyote in it with a 6R80. Talking about putting a Pro Charger on it. It's gonna be a cool little card add to the guy's collection, essentially.
What brand you going on the Pro Charger?
I think it
Good
was a
question.
F 1X or some shit. I don't know.
Really?
They got so many different ones.
Right.
I can't keep up with it. This is 69 C10 that we want to take to SEMA in 2022. Fast track chassis, same road shop fast track chassis. We're going to do probably the mirrored. It's got a Mass Motorsports 427 iron block motor, and we're going to put the Nelson mirrored twin turbos on it.
Oh yes.
The wood is zebra wood that we're doing for the bed.
Oh, that right there, yeah, for the bed.
So it's got a lot of grain in it. He wanted something that would
that's
kind of
cool.
pop. So
Is that stuff expensive? I thought about it.
yeah, zebra's expensive. Way more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Crazy,
but,
yeah. I like how the original seat's in there.
yeah. We're gonna.
Why get rid of it until you're ready, you know?
Yeah, it's clean. Good steam clean. Be good to go.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This one is a 54 Chevy.
Nice.
I don't think it's a real Bel Air-ish or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, I don't know much about the series of these. Air Ride LS3 with the Holley carb look kit on it. 9-inch wood brakes. I think it's a 4R70 transmission. We're not painting the outside. We're just gonna paint the firewall, bottom side, and redo the interior and give it back to the guy. Guy lives in South California somewhere. I don't know exactly where he lives.
Did you do anything to the firewall there? Or what's that?
Yeah, we're smoothing up all the firewall. It's got resto mod air, so we're trying to hide everything. We don't want anything coming through the firewall.
Right.
We'll have the AC coming through right here, but all the brakes and everything else
Hide
is
it, make it
inside.
look natural kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this is a 85 C10 fast track chassis. Everything seems to do with the fast track chassis.
Well, if it works, man. I've heard good things, you know?
Yeah, we're kind of known for building high horsepower, like pro touring more than anything. So, 85. It's got a LS3. We're gonna put a Whipple on it, Wagner front drive, and big brakes. He wants to be able to feed on it pretty heavy.
That's awesome.
And that's our last chassis up on top of the office. It's a fast track chassis.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that, actually.
That one's 55, 56.
That's cool.
Chevy 3100.
I like these little wheels you have. This is for rolling around the shop. I like how these are for rolling around the shop, but yet they don't roll if they're like away from you.
You know, at first
cool.
I hated the fact that they didn't roll very well, but once you get them going, they're fine.
Yeah.
But it's also nice that we don't have to put wheel chocks on everything.
That's what I assumed those were for. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, what it's actually for is to keep people from driving on them.
Oh, okay.
Because if they're smooth, somebody buy one.
They'll
throw
go
it
out and
on.
do some. Yeah.
Because they're on here, but they're not made on the wheel.
Yeah, I can tell that.
So you can spin
an
it.
oblong thing. Yeah. That's cool.
I was gonna do a burnout on one day just for fun. And the wheels spun and the tire was sticking, but the rim was spinning in.
Yes. Oh my god.
Because the guy that owns the company, he's like, do a burnout. And I tried it. I was like, man, the rim's just spinning and the tire can't do it, man.
I think you already said it. What's in here?
That's
LS
LS3.
3.
Yep.
That's cool. Something like that. I wouldn't. You know what? The time that I want to do.
Just in case you people on TV want to know that that's a durability test that was given to us. Passed. Good. I'm glad. I'll let it know that it passed the durability test.
From this random guy.
Tell by the sound of the metal it's the right gauge.
Yeah.
The right echo.
Do people do that a lot? Just go up and
No, not really. Kind of a you thing, I think.
Cool. All right. I'm original-ish. That is awesome. Oh, anyway, one day I'm going to probably do the chassis type stuff. Have somebody do it for a unibody.
Nice.
Like if I'm gonna really spend money on something to build and completely modify, but yet keep, I think it's gonna be a unibody.
Awesome.
Big window if I can get it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen Jonathan's?
John who?
Mansour? Jonathan
I've seen
Mansour.
pictures of it.
Yeah, his
it's
really
the
cool truck. The white one. Off-white one.
He has
White wheels on it.
Does he have a chassis underneath it?
No, stock
He has
chassis.
specs on it. He did something. It was awesome.
It's their, Aaron's front suspension design underneath it, so it changes the angles of the front axle to help you get the death wobble out of it and everything. But
That's good.
He drives the heck out of that truck. It's got a little small block in it.
That's cool.
Cool truck.
Do you think Aaron will be at a shop? He lives far away, doesn't he?
I bet he's there.
How far away is it?
From here, 30-40 minutes.
Towards Dallas? Well, it's on the other side of Dallas, right?
It's between here and Dallas.
Oh, yes. Cool. I might swing by.
More than likely he's there.
Okay, cool. I'll just do what I did with you. I'll be like, I know people like Solomon. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, this guy's not a weirdo.
I'll ask him. He's probably just getting up and having breakfast. He's kind of a night stalker. Like, he'll get started. He's not in the mornings. But then he'll start about, 9:30, 10 o'clock, start moving around, then get to work. Lunch, he's like, had his granola bar and his Red Bull and he's ready to jam. And then he works till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
What? Hey.
You look older.
I am. A lot older than the last time you saw
Dog looks old too.
me. He's a lot younger. Well, he's pretty close to my age. Dog years. So.
Dog, he's getting close.
Yeah.
Gives them, gives
I'm
them
not
a
wearing my
task.
UPS stuff, so you might like me.
She likes just about everybody except it was a UPS guy. It was the UPS guy that you didn't like that day, or she didn't like.
It's something about our brown uniform, brown truck. I don't know what it is. I mean, FedEx too, but the UPS.
You look like robbers.
Yeah.
I guess. How does it smell, huh?
You like the way that thing smells?
That's how he said hi.
Yeah.
Imagine if humans did that.
Right?
Oh, please, Tony.
Stay away, bro.
How awkward.
I met you at Texoma. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
You're a KC. Try to be aware that you have other things to do.
No. We're playing today.
Dude, you got some awesome stuff here, man.
I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, dude. I like your new shop.
You took
Mucho better.
Absolutely.
Cool, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram, especially. Do you Facebook message?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might ding. I have my notification shut off, but I'll check it. If anybody sends something to me, I'll check it.
Yeah, hit me up. I can give you my card and stuff, and we'll get you on 400 World and posting all that jazz, and I'll help out where I can. And
Absolutely.
there's all these little algorithmic things that you got to follow on Facebook so that it gets attention.
Yeah, I don't have to do any of that. Just post it.
I know, man.
Let it do its thing.
I'll let you get back to your motorcycle, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good one. See you guys.
Huge thanks to KC for letting us come by. It was great meeting you, man. I really appreciate it. Everyone follow, subscribe, do everything for KC. Support him. He supports F100s and classics of all types. Man, this was a great opportunity, and on to the next. I guess I'm going to go meet Aaron Kaufman. Here's some little extras after this, guys. Thanks. See ya.
So many levels.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where I was. I was at the house. She's like, hey, take a selfie for me. And I was like, what? She's like, just take a selfie and give me that face like whenever I tell you I'm going to do something. You're like, what? And I was like, all right. So I was like, and then I got that for her birthday. And I fucking laughed like,
She's like, you should hang it up somewhere.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I said, I'm hanging in my office and I'm done. So like, she's like, where? And I was like, when you open the door, I want people to see it. So I tell everybody that's Sir Kenneth Conrad, because my real name is Kenneth Conrad.
Yeah.
And I said, that's Sir Kenneth Conrad. And she's like, what? I said, yeah, that way whenever the world comes to an end or whatever happens and this picture's laying around, people are going to be like, man, I wonder who this historic figure
That was a man.
is.
That was a man of significance right there.
I just figured it made sense, you know?
That is
I'm
awesome,
pretty
dude.
excited.
That's so funny.